my name is Alex, I'm a patchwork nerd, and I went on a writing retreat, if you didn't already know that, and I learned a bunch of stuff, and we're gonna talk about that today. Let's go! I am just so excited to talk about today's video, and that's why I am kind of rushing into this topic, because in case you didn't know, I went on a writing retreat in mid-August, and it was the Wanders Writer Retreat, which was hosted by Jesse Elliott and Evie Driver. Please, please, please check out their YouTube channels if you haven't yet. And if you haven't, how have you not yet? I will link them down below. It was an amazing couple of days where me and a handful of girls got together, we discussed writing, we filmed collab videos. Check those out on my channel as well, I'll link that down below. And everyone was just super awesome. And I took some time to stop and reflect about the retreat and the fact that it happened and it feels like it was a blur. And I wanted to talk to you guys about some of the lessons I've learned about myself as a writer because of that retreat, which is just amazing. So let's jump right into that and let's go. The first thing I learned is to love your failures. And I know that seems a little counterproductive, like aren't you supposed to have wins if you're going on a retreat? We created this awesome little chart. I'll maybe put a picture of that like right here. It was a way for us to all record the goals that we wanted to make for the weekend and how many things we wanted to accomplish. And that weekend I made the goal of writing 10,000 words. In hindsight, that was a little bit silly, but we were all just so pumped and excited. That definitely did not happen. I think I only got about 2,000 to 3,000 words written. But you know what? I love that I fell flat on my face with that goal. I was excited. I was trying so hard to reach that goal, and I wasn't disappointed or upset with myself when I didn't make it, because I realized that the time when I wasn't writing, I was spent making these amazing memories, and I was learning new skills about writing, and I was becoming a stronger person. So you might not be getting the goals that you had set for yourself originally with your writing, but there's a chance that you might be learning something else if you pay attention. So I learned that I loved the fact that I failed because I got to do so many amazing things. The second thing I learned is to let joy drive. I went into this a little bit stressed out. I am a very quiet, introverted person, and the idea of meeting a bunch of strangers definitely intimidated me. But when I got around everyone, I just felt this immense amount of joy. I felt so happy and so excited to be around everyone. And yeah, there were some things that we did that were out of my element and were just kind of things that normally drive my anxiety, but I tried so hard to quiet that voice within myself and just let the joy drive what I was doing. It was amazing. If you watched my vlog, you might have noticed at one point we went to Nickelodeon Universe, which is at the Mall of America, and we rode a handful of rides. Me and a handful of girls went and did that. At first, I wasn't going to ride rides because I don't ride rides normally. I love rides that are fast, but I have issues with going down and I have a fear of heights. I also get nauseous really easily. Like spinning in a circle can get me dizzy. I stopped and thought to myself, hey, how often do you get the chance to do this? And how often do you actually step outside of your comfort zone and do this kind of thing? Maybe you should give this a try. Know your limits, and there was definitely one roller coaster that I was not going on. I pushed myself to try, and you know what? I screamed like a freaking baby, but I had fun and I got to bring everyone a little bit of joy listening to my screaming, because I think a few of the girls couldn't breathe on the roller coaster because they were laughing so hard at me because I was screaming so loud. I decided to just not let myself hold myself back, and I was really glad that I did that. My light unfortunately died, and this is my limited time to film, so we're gonna keep going without the light, and I hope you guys understand. I also learned on this retreat is to wake up while you can. While we were on the retreat, we decided to do 5 a.m. Writers Club, where you get up at 5 a.m. and you go and write. And I am a morning writer, but I do not like waking up. I am not a happy person as I'm waking up. I am not with the living when I wake up. I pretty much am a zombie, vampire, rip your throat out kind of person when I'm waking up. Like, don't talk to me until I have my coffee. I thought about sleeping in. I thought about not getting up and just resting because we were staying up pretty late every night. It's like, I need this rest. I need to keep sleeping. Then I stopped and thought about it, and I realized that I only have so many chances this weekend to get up and write and to be a part of these moments. So I need to get up at 5 a.m. or else I might miss something. I might miss this chance either to learn something from these girls or to improve my story or words that wouldn't have been written while I was asleep. So I decided that I was gonna wake up while I had the chance to wake up. And I'm so glad I did because I loved being up for those things. I got to talk with the girls. My writing wasn't very fast, my writing wasn't very good, but it was so fun being surrounded by so many people dedicated to their writing. So I learned that it's okay to wake up. Sometimes you can sacrifice a little bit of sleep. This was just in my case. You might need that rest, so don't feel like this is a get your butt out of bed or else you're a terrible person. Please don't feel that way. I just realized that I was gonna be okay if I didn't get that rest. I decided to take that opportunity because I realized that that wasn't gonna push me too hard, but know your limits. The last thing I learned is to have an adventure. When I went into this retreat, my mom had just told me to not close myself off and to stay open to the experiences around me. And I'm so glad that I did because there were so many times, like I said before, where I wanted to retreat back. I wanted to be introverted. I wanted to be shy. But I decided, no, I'm going to push myself to be outside of my comfort bubble. I'm so glad I did. Those are the things that I learned from the Wander Writers Retreat. And have you guys ever been on a writing retreat before? I'd love to hear about that in the comments below. Or is that something that you've always wanted to do? Or what is your idea of the perfect activities for a writing retreat? Please, please, please leave those comments down below because I love interacting with you guys. If you are new to my channel, please hit that happy little subscribe button down below. I post new videos on Mondays. Also, if you would like to join a writerly chat, join me over 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on Twitter for Writer's Patch every Sunday. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Thank you so much to you for joining me for today, and I will see you next time. Toodles!